Today we'll show you the tips and tricks on how to strike an arc and keep the arc going in stick welding. First you need a welding helmet, gloves, safety glasses, and some sort of FR shirt. This one we'll be using 7018 1/8 inch. And this is for all sorts of welds. Vertical, uphill, downhill, horizontal, vertical. You can use this for everything. Welding, you want to prep your metal and try to remove as much rust as you can. And you want to measure your metal for practice to about inch and a half.
Next, we're gonna turn on the welding machine and then set the right settings.
And then there's two different ways you can start. You can drag it like it's a match, or you can just tap it and start it. We'll show you those two ways in a minute. When you're welding stick, you kind of want a 40-degree angle. You want a work angle of about 45 also. So you want to go right here where you can aim above metal and below it a bit, so you can get better heat penetration. Now we'll show you how to keep a bead running. When you start it, you want to keep your angle and feed into it as you're welding it.
These are tips and tricks on how to properly start your arc welds, stop your arc welds, and then how to be safe when you're doing it. So to sum up our video on how to weld correctly, we'll start out by addressing how to dress properly. You're going to want to wear your helmet, glasses, boots, pants, and then a coat on top. And then after you've got all your things together, you obviously put it on, and then after that you can get the correct rod for the piece of metal that you're welding, and we chose what, 7018?
Yes.
And then once you choose your rod, then you can go and get a long piece of metal. You can clean it off with the grinder, like as we did in the video. And then once you grind it and clean it off, and then you're gonna wanna measure and cut your pieces, the two pieces that you're gonna tack together. And once you've tacked them together, you can adjust your settings to the right rod and then your own preferences on how fast or slow you wanna go.
And then you want to angle the rod to about 45 degrees so you can get proper penetration and get in both sides of the metal. And then you want to learn how to feed the rod if you want to do it in circles or zigzags, or just run it straight. And we also showed you how to stop. When you come into the end, you run it and then you hold it there for 5 seconds and flick it to give it that nice look and better penetration. We also showed you how to clean off the metal or cool off the metal so you can weld more, and it'll keep your weld stronger.